Hi, welcome to a special edition of PSL Living. My name is Whitney Frazier, and today I'll be your host. I am joined by Jennifer Harris from the St. Lucie County Health Department, and we're here to discuss the Billion Step Challenge. Hi, and welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell us a little bit about this Billion Step Challenge that you have going on.
Well, in 2015, our community came together to do a community health needs assessment, and they found that 50% of our residents in St. Lucie County are not meeting their recommended physical activity requirements. So they created a community health improvement plan and determined that we needed a strategy for physical activity, and they picked a community-wide challenge as one of our strategies. So we're launching a Billion Step Challenge January 1st, 2018, and it's going to last an entire year.
Okay, so for the entire year of 2018, we are trying to encourage St. Lucie County residents to get out and collectively get to 2 billion?
To a billion steps.
To 1 billion.
To 1 billion
Okay.
steps.
1 billion steps. So tell me how you track something like that.
So we're actually going to use an online walking tracking device, and people can sync their Garmin, their Fitbits, and other tracking devices to that, or they can actually manually enter as well. So starting January 1st, residents can register online either as an individual or hopefully forming teams across the county at work sites, church groups, neighborhood groups, and join us that way, or they can walk individually as well. And for people that don't like walking and do other physical activities such as Zumba, there are over 144 different activities on the app that we're working with that can convert those activities and minutes of those activities into steps. So we can have everybody participate with whatever activity that they really enjoy doing.
That's great. So what other things while they're walking might they be able to do? I know that you had mentioned earlier something about street lights and sidewalks and things that they might observe that need to be done.
Well, it's really good when people are out in their communities walking, like neighborhood walking clubs. And I've been walking in my community since June, and every morning. And there's been times where the sprinklers have been on in the morning, and I got soaking wet from the sprinklers. Or lights have been out, street lights, so it was harder to walk, or I felt a little unsafe for walking. So those are the kind of things that being out that people can be aware of. We can also watch unusual behavior or people in our neighborhoods as well. So it's a really nice thing to have neighborhood walking clubs as well.
So do you think that a billion is going to be difficult for us to, complete, or no?
I'm definitely very hopeful that we'll meet the billion and may even go further. So, and maybe 2 billion. So I'm really hopeful that we'll move forward.
Yeah, I'm very curious what the average is, for a person to, walk an entire year. It sounds like that's a lot of time and a lot of steps to be taken.
We did do a pilot of this with the American Public Health Association earlier in the spring, and we were able to get over 2 million steps just in a short period of time. I believe it was 4 weeks that we actually participated. So I don't see us not being able to meet that.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you have any future events coming up that might, bring people out to participate in this?
We do. We've got a great event that we are sponsoring. It's the Treasure Coast Fit Festival. That is on January 13th from 8 to 5 p.m. at the Port St. Lucie Civic Center on US 1. Okay. And we are hosting the 5K walk run that's going to start at 8 a.m. and residents can show up at 7 o'clock to check in with us. And then we'll be there all day long with different health activities and promoting health as well. So we'd love to have everybody come out, support the launch of our Walk and Billion Step Challenge that day.
Oh, that's awesome. Are there any fees involved with that event?
This is an absolutely free event for the community. And even the walk runners, there's no fee to enter this as well, but we are asking people to go to the website and register for the walk. And that is tcfitfestival.com, and when they go on there, they can just click register for the walk and get registered. So.
Oh, perfect. And is it kid-friendly?
Very kid-friendly. Although we're focusing on adult sedentary rates and inactive physical activity rates, we are wanting adults out there to model for their youth and children that physical activity is possible and getting that in every day. So we would definitely want them to bring kids out.
Yeah, that would be great. And it's, especially to encourage kids to get out and, get moving.
Yeah, they recommend an hour a day for kids for physical activity, and a lot of them are not meeting that in our county as well. So modeling that in free time with parents, and it's a great time for bonding too, for families to get out and walk together.
So are kids allowed to participate in the Billion Step Challenge too?
Yes, and we are definitely curating different events throughout the year with different partners across the county to involve kids, hopefully working with the Early Learning Coalition to promote things to their members, and also daycares and getting them out. We're hopefully bringing a story walk project to the county too, where we have stories that are through parks and that youth and their parents would go through and read a story as they're walking together too. So we're really hoping to get them involved. And then we're hopefully working with the school district as well to let schools compete against each other for steps for a particular period of time during the challenge too. So we're able to curate different challenges even throughout the larger challenge, which is going to be exciting.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. And I love that storybook idea. It's such a great way to bond with your kid and still be out there and exercising and moving along.
Yeah.
So where can people go if they're interested in getting information?
Healthy St. Lucie Coalition is actually hosting the Billion Step Challenge, so people can join the conversation on Facebook with us right now to find out for launch dates and get information about events that are coming up as well. And we do have a website as well, healthystlucie.org.
Okay. And is just one more thing. I'm very curious about this. Is it like a nationwide challenge, or you see it online? There's a lot of fads and nationwide things going on, and how about this? Is this one of them?
There are some other cities, like the city of Baltimore has launched a Billion Step Challenge, and a couple other counties have launched those as well. I'm not sure any have launched the way that we're doing it with our programs that we're trying to do with organizational and policy change and working with work sites and things like that. But yeah, it's kind of catching right now, and I think that's due to some of the leadership nationally with like American Public Health Association, getting people involved across the nation and getting out and moving more, which is great.
Most definitely. That's great. So is there anything else that you want to add about, the event or anything else you have coming up in the future?
No, I would just encourage residents to join the conversation on Facebook with Healthy St. Lucie, find out about future events. We're probably going to be doing several events every month. We'll have health tips coming out too that they can follow. We'll be promoting other walks and runs in the community throughout the year and partnering with other health observances throughout the year too. So hopefully we're going to be a really good resource for residents as we move through changing and disrupting our lifestyles this year and becoming healthier together.
Yeah, and New Year's is coming up, so great New Year's resolution to make. Get up and get moving and support this awesome challenge. I think it's great.
Yeah, and you're not alone. For the entire community, hopefully will be participating in this challenge one way or the other, and hopefully your resolution will be strong this year to get healthy. And you've got some partners to do that with.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Jennifer. It was great having you.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on this special edition of PSL Living.